Hey, okay, here's Gavin and Rob here, and we're going to show you, this is our JKD 101 series, just showing some basics for the combat athletes. We're here at the JKD Boot Camp studio, and we're going to show you one of the first basic low-line kicks, and this is an oblique kick. Sometimes we just call it a shin kick. And the oblique kick or the shin kick, it's basically to create a beat of pain that we use as a distraction for the most part to open up another line of attack. Sometimes you can make it a little more aggressive depending on what you want to do. So basically it looks like this. It looks like you're kicking a rock off the road or something and you're making contact with the shin. Okay, for training purposes, sometimes when we're training, and especially if the person doesn't have a shin pad, sometimes I'll turn my foot up and hit with the sole of my foot. But for reality, you want to use, it's better with a shoe on, and you want to use that blade of your shoe, and you want to drive that right into their shin, as hard as you can, and get a nice beat of pain that will open up your high line, okay? That's what we do. Sometimes you're in a clinch or you're in some kind of situation where you're tied up. Sometimes you're just going to stomp on the foot. It's just a different version of it. Sometimes, if it's a more serious encounter, you're going to lift your knee higher and you're going to try to deliberately break their knee by driving it down on top of their knee and driving it through and just breaking that knee if you need to. But anyways, here we go. I'm going to show you what the shin kick is. I'm here. I'm using my rear leg and I'm just feeding this forward just like this. Moving it like that, moving around like the boxer or whatever. I see that target, kick that through. There's my kick. A few more. Around, it creates the high line. Sometimes I might create an illusion on the high line, a distraction, go in for the low line. There we go. Another version of this is, sometimes the person comes in with some kind of attack, maybe his closest weapon, which will likely be his jab. So as he comes in with his jab, I parry and slip a little bit and feed my shin kick. Move around. There it is. There's my shot. But sometimes, if I want to be a little more aggressive, I don't want to just sit there and take shots, I want to enter. And so when I enter, I'm going to use my lead leg and I'm going to step forward off that jab. So the jab comes in, there I'm there. I've entered. Here's my shin kick. The reason I do this is because we, in JKD, we really don't want to sit here and box people too long. We want to do it, but we want to worry about, our little bones in our hands and whatever. We want to get to our big tools, which is headbutts, knees, and elbows. Sometimes thumbs in the eyes, fingers in the eyes, groin slaps, etc. So after I enter off this, he gives me a jab there. I'm coming in with my elbows, my knees, thumbs in the eyes, headbutts, groin shots, whatever. So here it is. Just like that. Good stuff. There we be.